Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Meta Madness. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Washed Up, and on the right, it is Vinland Raiders. We are here in our first best of 5 in the playoffs in day number 1. Now, tomorrow, we'll be doing we'll be doing the exact same setup as today. I believe tomorrow is 2 best of 3s and a best of 5. And then there'll be games on Saturday. There'll be games on Sunday. I'll be doing my best to cover all of those days as much as I can. Once again, thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting Meta Madness. And thank you for supporting Heroes of the Storm and the stream. Let's start talking, Let's start talking about how this works. We're in the playoffs for Meta Madness, so the amount of globally banned heroes has gone up by about 12. By actually 12. And we can talk about what this ban phase means versus globally banned right now. So this ban phase, this is only bans for the maps. So example, Karazim. Karazim is banned out for Blackheart's Bay. That doesn't mean he's banned out for the series. He can be picked on the next map or the following map because we are guaranteed 3 maps at least in a best of 5. Now globally, there is Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Garrosh, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Joanna, Leorc, Li Ming, Lucio, Maiev, Medivh, Muradin, Rhaegar, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, Tracer, Vala, Yrel, and Zeratul. All of those are banned out. The way that more bans are added is by heroes that are picked. So let's say there's a first pick Lili. That means that Lili cannot be played in the rest of this best of 5. On top of those other 22 heroes. So every single map, we're going to be adding 10 more heroes to that 22, and then during the draft phase, 6 heroes will be banned away since we have 6 ban slots. But of course, as I mentioned, the ban slots are not the perma bans in the series. It's the picks and the global bans. I hope that was nice and clear. I hope that was easy peasy for all of you to understand. So yes. Karazim Season 2. Season 2 of what? Season 2 of what? What is the one in the middle? Huh? What are you guys talking about? Who are you people? Samuro Junkrat banned away. Karazim Lunara banned away. Okay. What are we starting out with? Now, the Samuro ban might be a target onto Sven here. We did see a really, really good Sven Samuro in the previous series. Dahaka to start things out on Blackheart's Bay. You know what I'd love to see from a team here? I would love to see a team focus in on Zul early on. S2 as in heart. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'm not following. My apologies. Been waiting for this format for a while now. Nice to see it happening. What's up, Random? How you doing? Stukov and Nubarek in the 1-2 punch. Maybe we see a Greymane for a dive composite. I think we could see that Zul direction because a Nubarek, Stukov, and Greymane would siege super duper well together in the bottom lane. Zul just does double soak rotations against Dahaka. Or you grab an early Malthael with the Zul, and then Malthael also pushes against Dahaka and does the double soaking while Zul amplifies the bottom lane siege. It looks like a heart, S2. I mean, I see what you're saying, but why not just write that? Why not just write less than 3? I'm confused. Why are we writing S2? Because now my brain's like, Season 2? Season 2 of what? Uther banned away. No Divine Mosh. No Karazim either for the cleansing dashes. Lava, don't talk about it. Lava, don't talk about it. What's up, Bananas? How you doing? Holy globals. That is true. Dahaka global, Falstad global, ETC has the level 10 stage dive. I seriously, I made my point. I really hope we actually see the hard press in the bottom lane and then have like a Zul double soak top mid, something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Chromie's not bad either with the Anubarak. We could see Greymane here. Yes! Good call. Good call from Washed Up. Zul is the, when Blackheart's Bay like came back into rotation for like quick match and stuff. Actually, no, I think there might have been a Storm League segment when we saw Blackheart's Bay for a little bit. Anyways, Blackheart's Bay was brought back into Storm League, I think it was Storm League, and then we developed this big priority into Zool double soak top mid, because top mid rotations are extremely short, and Zool does a fantastic job in that. Now, you might be saying, but Bahamut, why not grab Sylvanas or Sergeant Hammer? Because they're globally banned in Meta Madness. They're globally banned, my friends. All right, this last pick, I honest to God grab Greymane. I think you grab Greymane here. Greymane rounds out their draft so good. He's not globally banned. I mean, you are picking it early, but I think it'd work out really good. Maybe actually a Cassia wouldn't be bad either for the blinds into Tychus. Oh, you just want to lose! You just want to lose! You're only picking 4 heroes! Why? Leo is just sitting alone on the side. Leo is globally banned away. Which team wins Blackheart's Bay? Oh, wait, hold on. Delete. That's the wrong team names. Which team wins Blackheart's Bay? Washed Up or Vinland Raiders? There you go. Now you can gamble, chat. Now you can gamble.
Listen.
There you go. Now you can gamble, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry about the juke at the start. Just because she's short and we can't see her, shake my head. On the left-hand side, there's your level 1s if it matters to you for your gamble. We have the members of Washed Up, Hazuab's on the Chromie, Yasu on the Stukov, Kopin playing the Zool, Bad Benny on the Anubrak, and Hans on a Dragoon. To the right-hand side, we're looking at Vinland Raiders. We are looking at a Nano on the Tychus, Unforgiven on the Whitemane, Sven to play the Dahaka, Aki on the ETC, and Gaff on the Falstad. I have made a prediction. It is going for all of you. What will happen in map number 1 in this best of 5 series here between Washed Up and Vinland Raiders? Get your predictions in as we are making our way into Blackheart's Bay. Map number 1, as I said, in this best of 5 series. Only the first match in the upper bracket for the double elimination bracket is a best of 3. God, that's a mouthful of phrasing. The first match for any team is a best of 3. After that, it all becomes best of 5s. The lower bracket, best of 5s. This and onward, best of 5s. But tomorrow, we have the same setup as today. 2 best of 3s and a best of 5. That is the games tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure if they're going to add more. Hey, somebody freed one of the sharks. Good job. Somebody freed a shark. I'm so very proud of that player. Whomever you are, kudos to you. You get an inspiration token from me. Chromie with the snipe, but Tychus with a little bit of revenge right there. Doesn't get a kill, but still pressure. A lot of belief in Washed Up here to take this this map. Time... Chronic Conditions? No! God dang it, I always mix up the two. Time Troubles at level 4. It's basically, the difference is blue, pink, or 3 time traps in the logo. And I always... At Horror Anomaly, I always remember, but the other ones are just always mixed up. Doubloons, Time Trap, Tychus steps forward, ETC power slides in, Hazuabs is able to get 1 coin, Yasu gets 1 of their own. Uki and Nano are able to grab the other 3 as we have Sven trying to pick up a few here. Bad Benny is able to grab 4. Burrow reads Sven so very good, and that is a kill onto Dahaka. So far, 2 kills in quick succession to the members of Washed Up as we're just hitting the 2-minute mark in game. And it is not going to be the setup I was looking for with the hard pressure into bottom lane, Zool doing double soaking. It's more so Zool being amplified in the double soak in the top, and the mid allowing Hazuabs and Yasu to defend bottom lane. My apologies, we were kind of watching what was happening down there, and it looks like randomly Falstad will die. Not sure how it happened, but apparently Falstad is dead. Zul with a few more coins to be picked up on the left side from the doubloon camp, and that'll be enough for a turn-in. Will the barrage begin for the side of Washed Up, or will they hold on to a few of these coins for a little bit here? You think Meta Madness is best in best of fives because that's where you just see the weird comps? Yeah, because you're guaranteed a map number 3. You're guaranteed 3 maps. So you're like by map number 3 is when things start to really get weird, regardless of it being a 2-0 or like a 1-1. I feel like that's map 3 is really where you're limited on heroes, because by the time you're getting to map number 3, there's what 52? No, there's 42 heroes banned away. 22 from the base. 10 from, 2 game or 20 from each game previously. So you're at half the hero pool, and you're actually you're at technically at less by the time you get to the last bit of the draft phase because of the 6 bans you have in game. So yeah, I absolutely agree. Best of 5s are when things really start to get interesting. But I do have to be honest, map number 1 here, we got some fun characters. Zul. That's it. Zul's able to actually grab, or actually able to push the top wave once again in. No cannon, no Blackheart Barrage for either side just yet. ATC goes for the power slide out, but is not able to land on anyone. Also, Quid, good to see you, bud. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming through the stream. Dahaka being CC'd, pops the burrow, grabs the Zul with the tongue drag. That's a hammering out from the Falstead. Can they save Copen? Can they save Copen? No, but meanwhile, in the bottom lane, that was a kill onto Tychus, who was pressuring out the Chromie a little bit there. Unforgiven getting chased down. The sustained damage from Hans is really good, but Hans is going to be traded back and forth. It's a 2 for 2 in total. Chromie with the turn-in. Oh, no. It's ETC, I think, has the... Or not ETC, the Nubrek has the vast majority. Yes, it's Bad Benny. Temporal Loop onto the ETC. He's got no way to get out of this, and he is dead for checking. No, he's not! How? Wow, I can't believe it. I guess someone else would get the damage, right? Hey, Miss Mindupper. Good to see you, Fred. It's been a little bit. Hope you're well. Thanks for swinging through the stream. Azuab's low. The lightning strikes will continue and do get the last little bit of damage. Bad Benny is able to grab that last... Or, excuse me, grab the singular doubloon that did fall out. Or did fall down there. We have... Hans grabbing, I'm not even going to say the name. Hans is grabbing the last 5 doubloons there, and Copen does the double soak duties. Double soak duties. A Nubrek and a Hearthback further away from the Fort Friend gate doesn't show. And Zul, he's not going to be able to... It was just 1 cannon shot? Yeah, it's just 1 cannon shot into the top lane, so not that big of a deal. But what I do want to point out is that there are 12 coins necessary for a turn-in, and that is available to the side of Washed Up. But Vinland Raiders, they've got 10. Ucky looking for 6 right here. Tychus and Falstead with the last 2 each. Actually, Tychus might be able to get the entire turn-in after he finishes out this camp, but that's going to take a little bit of time. A singular coin. Yes, a singular coin. I wish I could left-click on the sharks and free them, but I can't because I'm in observer mode, so I just make boxes. I just make boxes! Poke back and forth. Hans has got 7 doubloons currently, but not threatened by the Dahaka, as Copen pushes up a huge wave with the camp as well. Forces Dahaka to maybe use Burrow. Falstead does go down. I apologize. Actually, that was in the bottom lane to Chromie. Actually, it was to Stukov, but they don't care about the coins down there. They don't care about the doubloons. They want Cocoon onto the white main. Tychus immediately shreds through that. Chromie drops some damage. Dahaka comes in with the brush stock, but does not land the drag immediately. Hazuab's looking maybe for the last turn-in. No, or not even the last turn-in. Meanwhile, in top lane, Copen just doing the Storm League thing. I told you this draft was very Storm League. Mosh pit from the ETC onto 2 players. That's a lot of damage onto Bad Benny and onto Yasu. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. I'm sorry. Oh, no, 7. That's 7 doubloons. Oh, my God. What was that? 7, 3, 10, 14, 15 doubloons? Is that right? 15 doubloons were lost right there? Zul was just hard pushing top lane, does go down. I think might have actually tried to get the counter kill into Gaff because this Falstead's low. Are we blue build? Or I guess, are we cursed straight? No, we're jailer build, okay. Man, oh man, the doubloons changing hands there, that is huge to the side of Vinland Raiders in this map number 1. Maybe they'll upset the Twitch predictions potentially. It's a 1 to 5.7 payout if Vinland Raiders win, and they do have about a half a level or so lead over the enemy. Nubarek set up in the bush with Hans as well. Fight maybe to break out. Falstead showing top, Dahaka showing, actually I don't think he was showing, yeah, he showed mid lane. Tambora loop onto the ETC. What's he going to do here? That's a lot of damage onto the right-hand side. Whitemane drops the Scarlet Aegis, and Unforgiven lives. Cocoon onto the ETC. Moshpit down for 24 seconds. That should be 3 coins lost, but no, Unforgiven steps out to heal. That's going to be Jailers from the Zool, actually. Excuse me, Skeletal Mages. And Phoenix, I'm sorry, hello? That's a little egregious right there, as you've got nowhere to grow. Actually, the tower shots were being tanked by Phoenix, but Yasu steps in to oh! I just couldn't get away. Couldn't get away. There was not enough range to back away. Luckily, Yasu pulled away some of those shots earlier, and Hazu's able to get the last little bit of coins. We have 1 of these bruisers left, and that'll be 2 more coins over to the side of Washed Up, as they've got enough for a turn in. Once again, Falstead pushing up the top lane. Zool back in the mix. But it's Phoenix who is going to be down for the next 5 seconds. I mean, doubloons are good, but Zool's already knocking on keep front door. I don't know why I read that weird. Well, I mean, if you get your doubloons turned in, you can start getting some counter pressure, like forts that you need to take down. There's still a whole doubloon chest right there. 2 need to be going in. Tychus actually going to mount up, as the wave is going to be fine. Are the doubloon chests global vision? No, but they do know that someone's on this because you can see the number going down. That is global vision right there. Sven gets 1 doubloon and backs away. Doesn't want to be too overextended, but will this give Unforgiven the time to get the channel? Yes. Sven creates a little bit of chaos. Top lane wave once again with Zool. Let's see how much Blackheart can do for the team. All right, cannons rocketing into the fort in the top lane. Falstead pushes out bottom lane. 25 stacks on his level 1. Oh god, come on, brain. Frequent flyer. Yeah, sustained wins. I always mix up frequent flyer and sustained wins for some weird reason. Dahaka for a camp on the right-hand side, and the last shots from Blackhearts will be into bottom lane. Will this take down the fort? 2 shots remain. Probably going to put it on like 10%. Oh, a little bit more than actually. It's closer to like 20, 25% or so. Enough for a turn-in on 29 in the pockets of Washed Up. Hello, Hazu's got the entirety turn-in right here, and that will take down the bottom lane fort, but I feel like they want to take down this fort before the shots do rain out, because that is going to be shots in a more useful lane. So Nubarek, he's going to dive onto Dahaka here. Sven is the target. Do they get this in time? It does, but does Blackheart still fire blankly? Yes, he does. 1 wasted shot, not the worst in the world. Bottom lane still being pushed up. How many doubloons are we sitting on? 12, 13, 16. We're looking at 22 gems, or excuse me, doubloons for the side of Washed Up. So that's probably two back-to-back turn-ins. They might have to go pick up a few more coins here and there. And Nubarek burrows in. Big stun onto the enemy. That's a gust from Falstead. Hans is going to be gusted away. There's a bunch of pings onto this ETC who can't back away quick enough. Commandeer Odin out from the Tychus trying to defend in this bottom lane as the Purification Salvo does come out and Nubarek goes in. The cleanse from Unforgiven. Hans wants the kill onto Falstead and will be able to find it, blinking back as well. The cannon barrage is over for Blackheart, but this siege does not end. Nano with 400 and something HP. A Nubarek short distance burrow getting chunking damage onto Sven, who has to burrow, has to use their tunneling claws to back away. Lurk Restraint helping out a little bit with that one, but the bottom lane keep will fall. Top lane does have a decent wave pushed up onto the keep front gate. And I do think we're just going to see another Blackheart barrage. And who gets the turn in? Well, it looks like Bad Benny, Hans, and Copen will get the last little bit of gems or the doubloons. I don't know why I keep saying gems, but the doubloons will go in, and Phoenix tags the camp. 14 out of 14. Blackheart. Where's he going to be firing into? Mid or top? He goes into mid lane immediately, taking down that keep. Top lane keep still. That's gonna be shots on the core. I don't know if it's gonna deal much damage. Chromie goes down. Whitemane with the Scarlet Aegis. Temporal loop on the false step pulls him back. Massive shove from Stukov doesn't push ETC far enough back. Dahaka will be cocooned, but it ends really quickly. Blackheart cannons will get the last 2 shots onto the keep. One goes to core, and that's just gonna scratch the core shielding. But hey, not too bad. Core shielding scratched. Hans picks up a few more doubloons. I mean, realistically, they pick up enough doubloons here, and they get these shots onto core, and that might just be GG. They're gonna play the map right now. It looks like. I think they're just gonna look at the map. Hans get it with the turn in of 8. Bad Benny gets the other 2. Let's see. Siege Giants in 5 seconds. The balloon camp in a minute. Stukov working on the Siege Giants over here. Yeah, well, while this boss is being grabbed. While the boss is being grabbed and they're pushing into top lane, the members of Washed Up are just like, we're just going to play the map. That's it. Zul will hearth back. Chromie to defend as well. Actually, they're not even going to go for the play the map sort of deal. They're just going to look for a kill onto Dahaka and then end the game. Falstead will be able to hearth out. Is there a delay from Chromie in the bush? No. Oh, actually, Dahaka's not dead. I thought he was. I, honest to God, just assumed he was dead there. I thought there was enough sustained damage between all of them. This is kind of awkward. This is kind of an awkward moment as we are entering into, like, what could be a base race. Dahaka Cocoon, Falstead, he's going to get Chain CC'd, silenced, all that good stuff. The shielding on the core for the members of Vinland Raiders is starting to go down. The keep in the top lane will fall, but so does the Commandero will expire. Are we base racing, team? We are base racing, but I don't think this base race will be effective enough. I do believe that Washed Up makes the correct call at the end, and they will be able to take map number 1 in this best of 5 series. GG, well played over to the side of Washed Up here on Blackheart's Bay. Map versus boss. We didn't even get to see that, which is kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping that we would get, like, yeah, map objective doesn't end. But no, they call for going core. I like the call from the side of Vinland Raiders. Excuse me, from the side of Washed Up, and they're able to take map number 1. There's your talents. Let's go ahead and choose the outcome. Which team wins Blackheart's Bay? Washed Up does. And we will keep our eyes out for a lobby. Welcome back into Meta Madness, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on Infernal Shrines, map number 2 in this best of 5 series today. On the left-hand side, you have Washed Up. On the right is Vinland Raiders, and we will get going into this draft in just a moment here once we see what the bans are going to be. You think you have to go this weekend? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to be heading off to go ski? Every meeting is a surprise when you've got time blindness. Exactly. How many lamb chops does Bandit have? He's got 2. He's got, I think 1 my mom gave him, and I think 1 Nancy sent. I believe Nancy sent a lamb chop as well. 99% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it was Nancy my mom gave lamb chops to Bandit. We have a Kerrigan ban. Kerrigan to be banned away, and no Kerrigan specialty pick for Nick here. Unfortunate. This tea is way too good. Alright, Junkrat banned. Wait. Junkrat was not played yet. Sorry, the games all blend together, and I forget when Junkrat's banned and when he's not banned. Alright, so no Junkrat this game. Chromie was already played. So I'm looking at the list of what's available, just trying to get ideas here. Mephisto's available on a map like this. That's not too bad. That's exactly how it sounded in my head. Thank you. I do my best. I try my hardest. Ooh, Kerrigan and Mal'Ganis. Let's see. Available tanks, by the way. Arthas, Cho, May, Stitches, Tyrael. That is what is available right now. Will we get a Cho'Gall? You think we're gonna see Alarak retrain? Restrain? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if they'll try and ban away the Alarak. It was really good, don't get me wrong. Yeah, absolutely. 190 sadism. You do good. I try my hardest, as I said. Gul'dan is not a bad pick. Okay, Ana. Okay, Ana what? Nano boosted Tormented Souls. Okay. But also, keep in mind, you know who else is a really good target for nano boosting? Cho'Gall. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. These cowards won't pick it. Alexstrasza? Ooh, Karazim. Okay, Karazim. We could still see Alexstrasza. I kind of like the idea of Alexstrasza with Stitches going into regeneration globes at level 1. DPS Ana. Oh, what do you want? Like vampiric rounds? Isn't that like the direction of DPS Ana? Is vampiric rounds at level 1? Trying your best is underrated and underappreciated is an underappreciated thing. A lot of people don't try their best. You know, it's surprising, honestly. Back to Excel, clicky clack. Hey, enjoy. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. So a Diva to be banned away, a Uther as well. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? I mean, solo lane Stitches. They could do. I don't think they can do it. I don't think we're gonna get Cho'Gall here. I don't think it's gonna happen. Vampiric rounds into W build into reflex scope on 20. Excuse me, it's called dynamic optics. How dare you ever get anything wrong in a game? How dare you? How dare you not call it the right talent? Make a Reddit post about how lava's wrong. Everybody. I'm still gonna probably lurk fail. Hey, you know what? At least you tried though. Tyrael to be grabbed here as well, with the Orphea, Malthael, Ana. This is I don't know how I feel about the draft of Washed Up. It's not awful by any means. It's just I don't see how all the pieces work together here just yet. On the opposing side, Vinland Raiders have a beautiful composition for Infernal Shrines. Like, yeah, the Skeletal Defenders get in the way of hooks and stuff, but overall, like, this is such a terrifying composition. You're wrong. Get wrecked, mate. Abathur? I'm not sure exactly how this is going to be played, because this is also a map where Abathur can go ahead and do sneaky, what I like to call sneaky Schumann things. Gilly Shirka Bingo Night, there's a player named Schumann who is notorious. I wouldn't say notorious, but has showcased the skills and flexibility of Abathur being able to get like backdoor and keeps and stuff like that. So I have this weird sneaky suspicion that we're gonna get some shenanigans here on Infernal Shrines. But of course, let's go ahead and ask chat who is gonna win Infernal Shrines.
Hey, listen.
The gamble is open. You've got 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Hey, listen.
To get your predictions in. Who will win Infernal Shrines? Will we be ending this map with a 2-0 lead to the side of Washed Up, or will Vinland Raiders level up and be able to take us into a 1-1 situation for the map number 3? Go ahead and get your predictions in. This is a best of 5. As a reminder, this is a best of 5. So we are guaranteed 3 maps at the least. On the left-hand side, we have Washed Up, Hazuabs on the Abathur. There's your level 1s if it does matter for your prediction. Copen on the Malthael, Bad Benny on the Tyrael, Yasu to play the Ana, and Hans on the Orphea. We have a standard start for the Abathur with pressurized glands. On the right hand side, we will see Vinland Raiders Stitches with the Hungry for More played by Ucky. We've got Sven on the Sonya, Gafflo to be played by Malfurion. I didn't say that right at all, but Gul'dan played by Nano, and Unforgiven on the Karazim. Iron Fist. Ooh, Pursuit of Flame for the Gul'dan. No regeneration globes for them. Sonya holding level 1. Pressurized Gearlands for Abathur. Fear the Reaper for the Malthael. Ancestral Strength for the Orphea. Justice for All for the Tyrael. No Ardent Restoration for them. Ana holding 1 and Sonya holding level 1. You still have time for the prediction if you would like to take part. As, sorry, I thought I had an email from someone. We are going to do some Nitro Racers later on today. We got a little bit of Corsair stuff. We got some fun streaming stuff today, chat. Got a fun day of streaming for all of you before my family comes. I think they're actually going to start their trek up here in about 2 hours, so... As I said, we'll do all the casting we possibly... Oh my god, Yasuo! I can't believe that last pixel was grabbed, but it's actually Orphea with a big old chomp onto the Malfurion. He does go down. By the way, it is Sleep Dart level 1 for the Ana. No Vampiric rounds. I doubt the Dynamic Optics. We'll probably see Nano Infusion at level 20 because of just how good that is. Boo! Boo that Ana! I honestly couldn't boo Yasuo. Yasuo's such a strong healer. Bad Benny on this point right now. Some Bida Grenade reducing the healing potential. Sleep onto Bad Benny does go down. We will be seeing some death timer reduction from this Tyrael with their passive. Unforgiven so very low. Stitch is traded in the mix. That is going to be a triple kill. It's a 3-for-1, and Tyrael cheated the death timer as well with his 10% reduction of death timer per enemy hero hit with his explosion. Sleep Dart onto the Gul'dan, which allows some free siege from the Impaler camp, as Gul'dan wasn't able to throw out Fell Flames. But look at Gul'dan's level 1 Pursuit of Flame. 25 out of 30 stacks, 2 minutes into the map. That is insane stacking. Some insane stacking for Nano right there. We'll have the 10% radius increase fairly quickly here. Vamp doesn't increase damage, by the way. Stack 5 dose enemy hero, basic attack, stack 5 doses enemy hero or basic attack an enemy hero with 5 doses. Stack 5 doses to increase Shrike's healing by 1%. Basic attack enemy hero with 5 doses, increase the Shrike healing by 0.25%. That way we're not discussing what it does. Or I mean, yeah, I mean we can discuss like how it works, but or what it does for the team, but obviously how it works. There you go. Break the game a little bit just so we can get that little tooltip readout. Because honest to God, I don't remember what Vampiric rounds did. I was like, it amplifies something, but I don't remember what. Abathur's soaking out the bottom lane. We have got the objective area spinning and winning for the Sonya. We have Stitches going down. My apologies. Stitches being ganked over here on the right side. Little invade from Bad Benny and Yasuo, as well as Hans on the Orphea. Sleep Dart might have been what the setup was to kill the Stitches beforehand. Sven spears in with a good slam on top of it. We've got healing reduction, and that's going to be from the Malthael, if I'm not mistaken. Touch of Death. Activate to reduce the healing received by heroes afflicted by Reaper's Mark by 50% for 4 seconds. A lot of good healing reduction between the Ana and the Malthael with that level 7. Ana being split away, though Hans is trying to jump in, dive in, actually trying to back away right now. Unforgiven gets the dashing damage. Nano so very low, draining the health of Copen. Does have that level 7 Hunger for Power. Increases spell power by 15%, but reduce the healing received from allies by 25%, and that is permanent. Negative 25 right there. Arcane Punisher for the top lane. Over to the side of Vinland Raiders. What are they able to do with this? Bad Benny gonna try and bait over the wall? There's the jump. Nice Tyrael. Eldruin's might jump to not get CC'd, but chomp! But another chomp from Orphea, and the sustained damage of Tyrael will be able to find the kill into Malfurion. Now Ucky being body blocked by a few enemies. Turns around to get the little bite, but it's not enough And that'll be Stitches falling. The Punisher getting some damage onto the fort over here. Abathur did not go Mule at level 7. He went into Network Carapace. This is going to be a way to amplify the siege for the waves. And also keep in mind, it also applies to untalented shield Carapace to all nearby heroes, minions, and mercenaries. But also keep in mind that Tyrael's got some shielding as well. So just more sustainability onto the minion wave potentially from both of those. We'll see how Abathur is able to amplify this siege, but I do want to point out we do have a solid level lead with the 7-2 in kills. 10 talent tier almost here for the side of Washed Up, so let's take a look at the damage, healing, and experience so far in map number 2 in this best of 5 series. Map number 2, of course, being Infernal Shrines. Frozen Punisher next up in the mid lane, while Malthael and Orphea gets a little bit of siege in the top. Clone for Abathur, Last Rites Malthael on a holding level 10. She's going into the Nano Boost. We have Orphea with the Crushing Jaws and Tyrael with the Sanctification. Sven the target of this chase right now. Orphea trying to avoid leap. Nah, nice utilization. I'm not sure if it was Biotic Grenade or if it was Consumed Soul. But either way, the Malthael or the Ana was the one who actually denied that. Let's see, what is the cooldown on Touch of Death? It is 20 seconds. Might have actually been Touch of Death applied right there. Gorge onto the Malthael. Bad Benny trying to jump in. Sanctification. Oh, no Sanctification. Hortify utilized just in time. Copen going to get hit with the 7-sided strike, and Malthael does go down. Tranquility from Malfurion. Bad Benny is silenced, but he's fine. He still has the Sanctification if he really wants to use it. Doesn't do so, and Malthael, Gul'dan to be traded. Frozen Punisher, as I mentioned, coming up soon in the mid lane. Leap, Gorge, Horrify, 7-sided, Tranquility, Twilight Dream. 1 stack for the Last Rites on Malthael already, because he killed the Sonya earlier on. And alrighty, camp to be grabbed on the left-hand side. We will see Abathur continue just to soak up as much as they can safely. Also maybe defend here and there with some Abathur hats. So you can actually see the mid lane to be left behind, and it will be the quick clear into top lane from Copen. 13 talent here, almost here. Sonya to grab a camp over on the right. No invade. And an easy, easy wave clear, easy rotations from both sides. Nothing too aggressive or egregious from each other just yet. Next shrine will be popping up here. God, if we could jump into comms, this would be like a really good time to jump into comms for either of the teams. But I don't see people in like voice chat, so I'm assuming they're using their own Discord voice or Ventrilo or whatever they're... You know, if they want to use Cursed, you know? We all remember how popular and effective Cursed was. Oh, jeez. Root from Malfurion. Bad Benny will take a bit of a nap. Jumps away, trying to try to create a little bit of a blockage in the terrain as Aki will be gorged by the Stitches. 7-sided leaping from Sonya, but the Sanctification just in time. The huge Crushing Jaws onto 2 players. And a chomp from Hans doesn't get a kill, but that is a very low Malfurion. Gul'dan looking to drain some health off of a minion, and Abathur in top lane will do their best to push things back. Is going to be seen on the map. Oh no, Hazuabs, you got to be careful. Hazuabs, got to get those regeneration globes for Abathur. So very necessary as the fight will continue over here on the right-hand side, or in the middle of the map. Last Rites onto the Stitches does go down. That's a stack for the Last Rites on the Malthael as well. Sven very low. Bad Benny trying to chase in as well. Nano, Unforgiven, and the rest are... actually, Unforgiven avoids the Sleep Dart. I can't believe that actually was avoided. Seemingly went right through the Kharazim. They're all on Skype. Some of them had... I think they're probably using AIM. They're probably using AOL Instant Messenger. And they're just typing to each other instead of, you know, talking. 10-3 in kills when it comes to our score for favoring the side of Washed Up and... oh, okay, no, they're not able to invade the camp in time. I couldn't see if anyone had gotten that camp quick enough. Hook goes out, connecting onto a minion. This is still Punisher, 70-something% in the mid lane. Crushing Jaws onto the sleeping Sonya. Can she get a leap out? Yes, she can. Punisher does leap as well. 2 players going to get hit by that one. Last Rites for the Malthael is up and available, but I do think this is going to be a quick disengage from the mid lane. Rotate to top, maybe find the fort up here. Really aggressive call I do like in the siege potential, but it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. Seems like it's all going to be called off for now. Another sleep dart going wide. Unforgiven not going to be hit by that one. Meanwhile, Abathur is pushing things up. Does have the Soma Transference. Symbiote Spike burst heals the host for 115 scaling health per enemy hero hit. I wonder if we'll get the slow at level 16 as well. It's something I like to put in there. Slow is nice to sustain the chase as well for like Malthael, Orphea. 16 almost here. Abathur's still slugging around in top lane. He'll go ahead and get that Network Carapace value from level 7, bolstering the shielding for these units. Sven gonna be scouted out as that mine from Hazuab's. Was in the bush now. Sven forced to leap out. Bad Benny, is he gonna chase in? Gets the hat from Abathur. Sven looks like they're able to back away just fine. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, this will be Nano and Stitches pushing up onto the fort front gate. We have our next objective, Mortar Punisher in the top lane. But still, 16 talent to your advantage. And actually going to be seeing the adrenaline boost for the Abathur Symbiote Carapace. Symbiote's Carapace increases the movement speed of the target by 40% for 3.5 seconds. So you're faster than Mount for 3.5 seconds. Not too bad. Sleep, crushing, Jaws, Nano boost onto the Orphea. Level 13 coming in as well, getting some extra damage in the AoE around. Hook from Stitches, sidestepped by Yasu in that moment. Sleep Dart going wide as the Sonya's dead for the next 23 seconds. Unforgiven split from the team. Bad Benny looking to join into their allied area. Copen does have the Nano boost, I think, from the Ana. I thought maybe it might have expired right there. I swore I saw it onto the Malthael, but either way, this is going to be a singular kill onto the Sonya. No others to be found, and the camp will be stolen away. Double Sleep Dart, no follow-up onto that one. They break away from the engagement. Mortar Punisher next in the top lane as Tyrael goes to soak. 16 talent here, almost here to the side of Vinland Raiders, and maybe when they're able to get, maybe when they get that, that'll be the turn of tables. Hitting enemy hero with Fell Flame grants 50 spell armor for 2.5 seconds, reducing. Okay. Spell armor for the Gul'dan at level 16. Pulverize for the Stitches. Sonya, what's she gonna grab? Or excuse me, no, actually it's Rampant Hellfire, level 16. Sorry, I read the 13 right there. Fell Flame damage increased by 12% for 5 seconds after hitting enemy hero. This can be stacked 5 times. So, what, 60%? If my caster math is right on that one, 60% increase. Ooh, that tea is way too hot. Oopsies. A little heater plate got way too hot on that one. 23 stacks for the Stitchies. He's got 10% increased movement speed when unmounted. What are we going to be seeing happening in mid lane? Kind of feels like they're giving over this Punisher on the side of Washed Up and looking for siege elsewhere on the map. Okay. Not a bad call. Though this is going to be a fort not really going down. Malthael does get the hat from Abathur in the top lane area, and this is going to be trying to stick onto Sven. Karazim shows up. There's a 7-sided strike. Oh! No respect for the 1v1 once again. Bottom lane fort does fall in all of this, so there is that value, I guess. Abathur does push up a little bit further physically to spawn more Locust. Sleep Dart hits max range. Nano boost, crushing Jaws. I don't know if the Gorge was intended for Tyrael or Tyrael or the Orphea, but gets the Tyrael instead of Orphea, and she just goes, heh, damage. So Stitches and Malthael traded in all of this. The Punisher in top lane does take down the fort. Abathur gonna slime his way out of bottom lane. Actually, does just get a quick hat onto the bottom wave to get that Network Carapace shielding. There's another one quickly to also push up this wave. Ana and Orphea will clear out the top lane Punisher. Should have another jump fairly soon. There's the jump. Hans is fine. And the keep takes minimal damage. Meanwhile, in mid lane, the wave is pushed up by Gul'dan, who throws a little bit of spell damage onto the fort. Little damage over time as well from that corruption. 26 stacks for the Stitches. 27 for the Orphea on the Mind Devourer. She's 3 away from that 30 mark where you get the refund and cooldown reduction. Unforgiven gets the camp in bottom, but it's 12-4 in kills, 20-18, not 18 and a half on our levels. So a 20 talent tier advantage. They want to chase it onto this. We actually have the Reaper mark left on the ground for the level 24. This Maltheo, but let's talk about that Sanctification just as the 7-sided strike comes out. Crushing Jaws not connecting. Abathur with the Hive Mind. Final curtain for the Maltheo. Nano Infusion. Eldritch Conduit, and the defense of the Angels. Hook onto the Maltheo. There's a leap in from Sonya as well to try and put some pressure. Nano Boost onto Hans, who's split away from the Horrify of Gul'dan. Unforgiven so very low. The last rites will be thrown. Will the damage over time kill Unforgiven? No! Unforgiven lives! Nobody goes down. I cannot believe it. And that was a 4v5. Hazuabs didn't clone. Hook on to Bad Benny. Sanctification down for the next 44 seconds. Abathur physically delaying out the wave so the mines of the Toxic Nest do get a little bit of explosion. Oh my god. Hook from Stitches. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Delays out the camp a bit. Air ally from Kerosene providing some vision. Sonya working on a camp over here. Is there an invade? Where is Hazuabs? There, okay, tunnel to top lane. Whoa, that hook onto Copen should have happened. It would have been a hook nearly gorge. It just came off a cooldown as well. Crushing Jaws. Looks like there's a bit of a bop onto... Oh my god, that's so mean. The poor small boy of Ucky will be annihilated by the Tyrael. The mid lane push does continue. Next Punisher frozen in the bottom lane, taking a look at the top bottom lane keep front gate. Still has the gate itself. Mid lane poked at. 75% left on the HP. 75% left on this keep. Next Punisher frozen bottom lane. Could be the final one of the game. Stitch is dead for 30-some seconds. And a sliver of experience to go for level 20, so we'll have parity on that. Stitch is down for 20 seconds, so a little bit down in number of members. But realistically, has Hazuabs even done a clone? Has Hazuabs even Ultimate Evolutioned it? One day, I want to see Maltheo complete his alt quest. I've seen it completed, but with the 20 upgrade. Not like... Because how many stacks can you get? 10? Yeah, I've never seen someone get 10, but I've seen the quest completed with the 20 upgrade, which, what is it? It halves the amount of stacks you need, right? So I guess if... it's not really cheating, but either way. We have the upgrade for Hans. We've got the Epiphany for the Kerosene, but let's go ahead and pull away our talents really quickly and see how this fight and this engagement goes. Hazuab still in Abathur form in the top lane, does clear out the Fallen Shaman. Their Unfallen Shaman pushing onto top. Last Rites onto Sven, doesn't get the kill. So Last Rites is used so far, nothing else just yet, as that is going to be Sanctification from the Tyrael. A lot of people say Horrify into Tyrael, but it doesn't really push him in a good direction to get a snipe. And that's Regeneration Globes going quickly over to the side of Washed Up as they push him through bottom lane with a Frozen Punisher 18 minutes into map number 2, Infernal Shrines. Max range hook onto Orphea. Sleep Dart will be there. 7-sided strike. Crushing Jaws from the Orphea. The Nano Infusion leap in from Sonya, and Orphea does go down. Every heroic used in this moment as Maltheo will be picked off as well. Ana in the back over here with her Nano Infusion was utilized. Hazuabs with the clone onto, I think that was Maltheo if I'm not mistaken. Tyrael being chased. The Sleep Dart doesn't connect. Another Sleep Dart going out from Ana, not connecting either. Kerosene really... Oh, it wasn't Sleep Darts. They were the Abathur hat from... It was the Abathur hat. That's what it was. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Impaler Camp getting some free siege. Bottom lane, Frozen Punisher working its way on the keep as Gul'dan drains the health, gets stunned by a jump. And are they looking for a keep? Two are dead for 23 seconds. Mid lane, Impaler Camp is cleared out. Tyrael with the Abathur hat to delay things out as well. On Ucky taking tower shots, has their armor reduced down to -20 for a few moments right there. Yasu with their best healing and Sleep Darts. Fire grenade onto this Stitches. He's taking a lot of damage. Needs to try and back away. Gorge leap from Sonya. Stitches. Crushing Jaws from the Orphea does connect onto Sven. We have Anna falling in all of this. Karazim will go down. Sonya to be picked off. Bad Benny, I don't know if he was hooked in right there, but I do know Lacerates will connect onto the Malfurion, and this is going to be a Stitches falling. Well, Dan thought about joining in, and Nana was like, you know, I'm going to save my own KDA. I don't need to be joining in on this shenanigans. You know, Stitches is living here, and it's making me so angry. Is he trying to wait for another last right stack? Nano getting dropped to 50% HP, but plays around the top lane keep, and Orphea and Tyrael cannot move in for that one. But, I mean, the ping's on the keep. This looking like Washed Up might take the map. What? I guess they're going double keep. Okay. They're going for double keep, going for the map play, and this is not over just yet. Next Punisher will be mid lane. Consistent catapult pressure in bottom and mid with none to match. No periodic, no consistent. This is looking good since there's the mid fort, the bottom fort. Nice call from the side of Washed Up. I think that was actually the right call realistically. Hazuabs pushes up the top lane a little bit, cancels the hat just in case there's an ally that might need it for this engagement down over here. Clone is available as well. Stitch is dead for 3 seconds. It's 4v4. Twilight Dream from this. Malfury and Unforgiven does get the camp on the top of our screen, chasing on to the Malthael. The 7-sided strike, the shared pain between everyone on the team. The Horrify with the upgraded level 20. The leap in from Sonya, don't think it connected. Han's going to get the nano boost, the nano infusion. Yasu does go down the left-hand side of our screen. That is going to be Unforgiven, traded for the Ana, but oh my god, Malthael goes ahead and gets a double kill for the team, picking up another stack on last rights. That's 5 out of the 10. And Sven shall go down here. Right? There it is. Punisher's up and available, but with Stitches the only defender for 45 seconds on average, this is going to be a map number 2. Oh, Hazuabs will get the double Orphea. Any team kills? Doesn't look like we're gonna get a team kill here. Stitches will live. The core shielding starts going down. Catapults are arriving. 14 seconds on Malfurion. He's the closest hero to respawn. Last rights on to Stitches. Gets the kill as well. 6 stacks for Copen on this Malthael. God, I gotta say, Copen on this Malthael was an absolute beast, but overall, GG, well played. Map number 2 goes over the side of Washed Up. We might be on the road for a 3-0, chat. One day I want to see Bahamut entertain us by streaming. Yeah, me too. What's up, Wildfire? How you doing today, bud? Hope you're having a great Thursday. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope your work days are going by nice and quick with this casting. I will be doing casting tomorrow morning for this. I will be doing it on Saturday and Sunday when I can. I don't know the exact schedule for Saturday and Sunday. I'm really hoping, and I doubt it's going to work this way, but I am hoping that every day starts at 9 a.m. PDT. If every day starts at 9 a.m. PDT, my life is going to be great. Well, people still play dead game. Exclamation owl. Exclamation owl. Exclamation owl. Exclamation healer. Choose outcome. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? Washed Up dead. Are you going to the HOTS Nation Cup in Berlin? I have sent in the paperwork to... I do love harassing people. I mean billionaires, yes. That's funny. I mean, hey, you gotta... I mean, if you're gonna ask people for the same thing everyone else asks for, you gotta have a shtick. You gotta have a spiel. Why not? Why not make Jeff Bezos' life horrible with 90s wrestlers? Actually, we use more than 90s wrestlers, but that's where my brain is. Like back when The Rock was still a wrestler, and Mankind, or oh god, there's so many different names for Mick Foley. I think he was Mick Foley at some point. He was, Mr. Sacco, all that good stuff. So, the Dudley Brothers, the Hardley Bros, Triple H. The Undertaker who dies and comes back every... I don't know, there's lore around it, but I still have friends that love wrestling. But either way, welcome back into Meta Madness, everybody! I am highly caffeinated and ready to go. We are in Battlefield of Eternity. I've had so much caffeine today, god dang. So much for me. So much for me. I don't drink a lot of caffeine, so it's 2 cups of black tea and a cup of green tea, and I'm just like, yeah, I can conquer the world! But Azul'jin will be banned away, Samuro as well, as we're heading into Battlefield of Eternity map number 3. This could be a straight 3-0, favoring the side of Washed Up, and they can continue their run through the upper bracket here in Meta Madness. Now, I want to remind you all, this is a double elimination bracket. If you are curious about bracket stuff, I am just using the Liquipedia, so I can chuck that into Twitch chat if you'd like it. And, yeah. I love the early 2000s. Oh, me too, Turbo. That was when I watched it. That was, my brother and I used to watch it, like, from, like, probably, like, 1997-ish to, like, 2001-ish. My brother and I watched a ton of wrestling together. I remember having SmackDown 2000. Wasn't that, like, the SmackDown that came out? It was, like, SmackDown 2000. I remember having that. It was a big deal because you could, like, customize your character to have, like, anyone else's, like, special. So you could make a custom character and give them, like, the Stone Cold Stunner or whatever. So that was just cool stuff. Varian first pick. Well, I'm actually a little surprised that Varian made it this far into a series. But Battlefield of Eternity will be seeing a Samuro, Junkrat, Zul'jin, and Arthas ban. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the series, and it is good to note that map number 3s in Meta Madness is where things get really interesting. So currently, there are 22 global bans. We've had 2 previous maps, so that's another 20 bans. We're at 42 bans, plus another 4 bans. We're at 46 bans currently. We are over half the amount of heroes in Heroes of the Storm that are not available in the game right now. There's 22 global bans, and obviously as you pick heroes, they're not playable in the future games of that series. WCW versus NWO. See, I wasn't around for that. I was around for SmackDown and Raw. Like, when SmackDown and Raw were just starting out, I think that's when I got into wrestling. Maybe not starting out, but I remember, like, that was what my brother and I watched on, you know, basic television. There was it Tuesday night SmackDown and Wednesday night Raw? Something like that? Or was it, like, Tuesday, Thursdays? I don't remember. It was so long ago. It was, like, 22 years ago for me. Either way, Varian, Tyrande, Kael'thas, single target deletion strong for the side of Vinland Raiders, but we do not have very good race potential heroes as Artanis will be banned away. Sorry, my sciatica, not my sciatica, sorry, my sacral joint's getting a little bit of a flare up. I don't know, maybe I think it's the way I'm just sitting lately. So Artanis banned away. What else will we be getting rid of? A May as well. Okay. 97, 98, Mankinder versus Undertaker stuff was sick. Yeah, those were the old days of pay-per-view where you had to, like, call the cable company and, like, pay, like, yeah. Like, I remember it was, like, a big deal. Like, I remember I had a friend in the 5th grade who was like, oh, yeah, I'm watching speaking of, WrestleMania's this weekend, by the way, on, if you have Peacock TV, the application, I believe you can watch it for free. I believe, if you like WrestleMania, I actually was thinking about watching it. I don't know if my aunt and uncle and my 2 nephews are into wrestling, but hey, maybe they are, and maybe we'll get some pizza and watch WrestleMania this weekend. I don't know. It was Monday night and Wednesday. Thank you. Okay. I like, it's all a blur to me. I just remember my brother babysitting me and I remember eating SpaghettiOs and being excited about wrestling. Because my brother would be like, we're going to eat SpaghettiOs? You're going to do your homework? Or you're going to do your homework, we're going to eat SpaghettiOs, and then we're going to watch wrestling. And I'll never forget that, because that was the deal. I had to get my homework done. So, there's an Alarak. I know I've been kind of rambling through the draft. I do apologize. We do have a Lost Vikings on a 2-lane map. Lost Vikings on Battlefield of Eternity. This is going to be interesting. Oh, butcher. Are they going to butcher? Wait, if they butcher against the Vikings, this is going to be kind of funny. I kind of want the reaction butcher, please. Ah! I was hoping. I was like, dude, what if they just farm the Vikings? What if Butcher just goes and farms the Vikings? But it's not the case. It's going to be a Nazeeba to round out the draft. So let me go ahead and swap us into the casting screen. I will get our prediction wrote up for what could be the final game of this series. Okay, doke. You know the deal, chat?
Hey, listen.
The prediction, sorry, burped when I said prediction. The prediction is up and available for Battlefield of Eternity. Which team will win this map? I'll introduce the players and show the level 1 talents once we load on in. But if you have a gut feeling on the prediction, go ahead and get it on in right now. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the gamble. 13,400 immediately on Washed Up. The believers of Washed Up here. You know what? I wouldn't put that much on them because they did not pick Butcher. On the left-hand side, we've got Washed Up, and I do think this is an important thing to note. We've got Hazuabs on Lunara. That's a big one right there, in my opinion. Hans on the Nazebo. Yasu to play the Decker Kane. Copen on the Rexar. Misha, of course, to play Misha. And over in the solo lane, we got Bad Benny on the Imperius. Stabby Daddy in top lane. To the right-hand side of our map, we've got Vinland Raiders trying to keep this best of 5 series up and active and alive. We've got Sven on the Balog, Olaf, and Eric. Alarak to be played by Gaff. We have got Varian played by Ucky, Unforgiven on the Tyrande, and Nano to play the Kael'thas. Go ahead, you still got time for your predictions. Who will win Battlefield? Will this be a straight 3-0 favoring the members of...
Now this is pod racing.
Sorry, Washed Up, or will Vinland Raiders win? Sorry. Little spiders thrown out. We got Things of the Deep for the Nazebo. He'll be raising his spell power 5% per the 50 mark and 5% for the... Ooh, Lucky, where are you going there, bud? 5% at 50, 5% more at 100, which will be 10% spell power for the Nazebo. There you go. You see, you get 5 and 5. You also have the passive, or the ingrained ability of the range increased by 20%. Solarian Flare, level 1, Consuming Flame. Increase the center damage of Solarian Flame by an additional 125% and slow him up by, 15%. The first hero hit with Solarian's Flame restores 30 mana. What is the baseline slow for Flame? Does anyone know? Because I don't. So it goes up to 55% as you get another 15% right there. Nice charge into Zombie Wall. I think we're going to be seeing that consistently. So kind of creating the circles once again for Lunara. We did see this in a previous matchup where it was like Kel'Thuzad, Lunara, Arthas, Uther, I think it was something like that. And it was just basically someone gets stunned and you put a circle in around that person. And so it's basically Misha charges in and we see shapes around that person. We'll see the Zombie Wall. We'll see Lunara with her Noxious Blossom. I wouldn't be surprised if Decker Kane throws shapes at the enemy heroes as well on top of that. We do have the Sapphire level 1. Living Bomb applied to the Impaler wave to get some damage. Nano going to be trying to back away. Does have 3 stacks. Spy Games, by the way, for Eric at level 1. That does give him just a little bit of harassment. He's just annoying to deal with this, but we see Spy Games on things like Towers of Doom. Nano gonna get inside. Oh, Nano gets away. Ucky might have created enough room, and the Living Bomb applied to a few from the Kael'thas. I have to vote for Tyrande, even though Imperius will finish all the Immortals. Take my points. Okay. Gladly. Gladly, Kaimo. Ooh, Blood Ritual for the Nazebo. The reason I bring this up is the passive. Takedowns grant 3 stacks of Voodoo Ritual. That's not a ton, but hey, stack some stacks. And maybe the assumption is that there's a lot of Viking deaths that'll happen, so they're going to try and grab a lot of extra free Voodoo Ritual, which Voodoo Ritual, by the way, is your baseline for Nazebo. Bad Benny. Oh, no, the Vikings got him here. This is GG. A good Tyrande would have gotten the Misha care there. So what are you saying? Are you saying that Yasu... Oh, not Yasu, sorry. Are you saying that Unforgiven... Where are you hiding? There you go. Are you saying Unforgiven is not a good Tyrande? I would be hard-pressed to agree with you because... Well, they're very talented as a player. They made it into CCL at some point, didn't they? I didn't make it into CCL. Well, yeah, I didn't make it into CCL at some point. So wait, hold on. I actually want to circle back to this. Does this mean that, Kaimo, if you were to 1v1 Unforgiven, Tyrande v Tyrande, you'd win? Yeah, I'm basically saying that. Okay. All right. Hey, I just wanted clarity. That way, if the Tyrande player watches this back, they know who to message in Twitch and Discord. Now, will they be able to spell Kaimo Tripson? That's the hard part, because I can't. I can say it, but I can't spell it. Bottom lane has a wave pushing in. You'd think the Vikings would clear this out. Hans is going to try and back away. We've got Alarak with Does he have Show of Force at level 4? No, he's all Extended Lightning. Nano does go down. That's first blood over to the side of Washed Up. Unforgiven, Tyrande will fall as well, and it looks like with 2 kills in the bag, this might just be the first objective phase handed over to the side of Washed Up. They still have to go through the Immortal and the second phase, so maybe it's not so guaranteed just yet. I will 1v1 any hero or building with Tyrande. I have no fear. Well, we know that. We know you'll 1v1 any building. Exclamation healer. Bad Benny looking for the Celestial Charge, maybe? Gravity Lapse. Misha with a nice charge. There's the Celestial Charge onto Nano. The root from the Decker Kane, excuse me. All over the place with my names. Nano so very low. Is there enough damage to follow up? Misha gets hit with a Gravity Lapse. Lunara trying to chase in with some sustained damage, and no, Gravity Lapse thrown back as well. Tyrande might be caught out here, actually. Yes, she is. Immortal goes to top lane. Nazeebo moves to bottom lane. He gets some toes onto Sven on this Olaf, who immediately pulls back the Viking. Oh my god, Alarak is done with level 1. Holy crap, we never see this. So he's got the 10 sadism back from that level 1 being done. Unfortunately, he did take applied... not unfortunately, but just... because of Applied Force, there's going to be another, the 10% still reduced, but holy crap, I rarely, if ever, see Extended Lightning finished out, especially sub 6 minutes. So early here, really well played from Alarak. Yaf doing a good job. Hazuab's tanking some tower shots, but Yasu's got the healing in time, and that will be Alarak going down. Back down to 90 sadism for Alarak. Top lane fort will fall. Bad Benny just going to get hit in the... oh no, Celestial Charge onto the Kael'thas. That should be a kill. Maybe even Tyrande as well. Nah, no Celestial Charge available for Bad Benny, I don't think. Yeah, it probably just came off a cooldown, just, yeah. What is the cooldown? Is it 12? 10 seconds, yeah, it was probably just about off cooldown. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Nazeebo still pressuring up against the Vikings, and big flank from Misha. We're going to be seeing, yep, there's 3 extra stacks for the Nazeebo on his level 1 in baseline. Misha able to get out of here. He got the big bolt. You love to see it. I'm really surprised that I just never see Alarax get the, after hitting 3 heroes in the center, increase sadism by 10% and instantly gain all of the rewards. I just don't see that ever finished out. The secret to Tyrande tech is throw an owl immediately after hearthing before mounting max damage owl kill from nowhere. Well, Viking will go down to Lunara. That's another free, I was going to say free sadism, free voodoo ritual for Hans on the Nazeebo. Imperius in top lane should take down Sven. We have Misha falling in the bottom. Alarak able to get away with the telekinesis. There's the kill onto Eric in the top lane as well. Also, aim with clairvoyance. That's a good point, Stark. Thank you. Yes, thank you for the clarity on that one. Thank you for the clairvoyance on that one. That's not a good joke, but you know what? I'll take it. It wasn't that great, but you know what? I'm proud of it. I don't need to aim, just through the owl is where the enemies... okay. Sure. Sure thing. Another Immortal phase up and available, and holy crap, is the race potential fast to the members of Washed Up. Nature's Calling level 4 for the Lunara, but do we have a fight to break out in the mid area? We do have 10 talent tiers. We have the Sky Suplex for the Imperius, the Wrath of Angiers. We've got the Spooky Ghost. That's a Stay a While and Listen. That's a really good Stay a While and Listen. What's the follow-up? Celestial Charge onto 1 Leaping Strike from Lunara. Unstoppable onto somebody right there, as this is going to be the Phoenix out from Kael'thas, and it's Imperius to fall. Where was the Ravenous Spirit? Hans cancels it out early. That will be Misha falling, I do think. Maybe some free sadism to Alarak. Taunt from the Varian. Man, Misha will not die. It's a little bit of sadism over to Alarak from that kill. And now, do we just see straight race? Indeed we do. Lunara is all fake damage. I mean, that's why time dead, death, self-healing, and heal others is 0. That makes sense. Lunara not doing anything in the game. That's a counter-strike from Gaff right there activated. Tries to get a Discord strike onto a few. Still dies, losing all their sadism back down to 90. Nano is spreading, or at least trying to apply the living bomb, but Lunara gets the quote-unquote fake damage for a fake kill. Stop the count! Boar's Unleashed to chase down Uki, who gets the dash onto a minion or an ally. Does finish out their level 1, but this is charge, and yeah, Bad Benny able to back away right there. Deckard Cain actually slaps a Viking with the staff. Lunara does burn down the Immortal. Olaf tried to race against her, but I don't really think Olaf races too good against the Lunara. Bad Benny very low, needs the Celestial charge out. Misha trying to get a charge of her own to back away. Bad Benny getting a potion or two here and there. Yasu's got some mana. Stay While and Listen's available if they want to try and turn this around. Rather than look at Yasu, look at Yasu. Oh no, Yasu doesn't want to go for this anymore. Just trying to back away. There's a potion just to the left of this, and so while all that chase is happening, Lunara does push up the top lane with the Immortal. Big bad Alarian in the top lane, dealing 666 standard damage, 1,332 damage into structures. Hazuab's getting chased over here in the top of our screen, but I don't think they can close the gap. Hazuab sprays the team liquid and is able to gallop away. Immortal taking down top lane keep front gate. The bottom lane keep is going to be sitting on what? 1,883 HP. And some spiders might just be enough to take that down. 98 stacks for, 100 stacks for the Nazebo, so he's got that 10% spell power. Just achieved it right there. Nisha getting hit with the Harsh Moonlight, level 13. We also will see the Pure Malice. Oh, another Farside. Deckard Cain, Stay a While and Listen. Tyrande gonna be hit with the Annihilating Spirit. Not even Annihilating, excuse me, the Ravenous Spirit. Annihilating is level 20. That is Bad Benny trying to back away. Does he have Wrath of Angiris? Not for 8 seconds. Viking get a little jump, but Lunara sustains the chase and kills. And Olaf, I don't know if that actually got, that actually did give, I believe, Nazebo some extra. He might have actually got the 3 from the Tyrande kill, but it doesn't matter. Spiders are thrown out. Did the spiders? Oh, the spiders are on the far side of the keep. I didn't see them for a second there. Damage over time onto the keep. One toad does take it down. A singular imagine someone comes over to your house, throws a toad at your wall, and your entire house crumbles. I'm sorry, what is the read on this? On this Alarak, Imperius sitting in the bush. We do have the Lunara with the Sentinel Wisp in that bush that does provide a ton of vision. That's how they were. That's how the Alarak was known to be moving that way. Whenever I hear Sven, Olaf, Hans, I just think of Frozen characters. I mean, yeah, I'm casting the movie Frozen. Do you want to build a Nexus? 111 stacks for Nazebo. Level 16 to 15, 11 to 3 in kills. Another objective phase spawning here. North-south positioning as a taunt from the Varian will connect on to Bad Benny. Celestial Charge goes on to Unforgiven. A lot of damage onto Bad Benny, and the Alarak gets the counter-strike for the kill. Shadowstalk used, and the Viking does go down. Ravenous Spirit getting some damage onto Uki here. Hans not really being threatened whatsoever. Oh my god, the Ravenous Spirit is huge! The Ravenous Spirit is huge. The play again from the Vikings. That's going to be one Viking trapped in the zombie. Well, that one does go down. We have another jump from the Vikings, and Lunara with some leaping strikes onto Kael'thas. Viking goes down as well. Alone Eric starts to race against the Immortal, but I think this is going to be the call to go core. Granted, Nazebo, Hans and Yasu want to get a kill on Unforgiven here, and I think they're trying to prove a point. Unforgiven just keeping the autos going. There's the slow. There's the zombie wall, and Unforgiven shall fall. Celestial Charge, not even necessary. The bottom wave is cleared out by the Viking. And the Immortal moves to the 50% mark. Didn't you know that Baha voiced Marshmallow? Yep. Absolutely. You know me. Jai Butt is Elsa, huh? Oh, Butt Spot. Immortal phase does go over to the side of Washed Up. Uki's so very low. Will try and charge to an ally. Far side, stay a while and listen again from Yasu, as it is just an absolute bloodbath. One Viking and a Tyrande remain. The Vikings able to run away. Play again up in 10 seconds. The Immortal, the Immortal moves into top lane really quickly, checking those Alarian stats for anyone that is curious, as it's dealing 1,548 damage into structures. Play again from the Vikings. They're going to try and make a Titanic defense with the Tyrande, as leaping strikes over the core from Tyrande or from Lunar already happened. The Vikings going to be jumping around here. That is going to be the Ravenous Spirit ravaging these Viking health bars. Olaf makes it back into the Hall of Storms. The core shielding has dropped. One catapult has no idea where to be shooting, as this is the core going to be falling. All three Vikings have fallen. Lunar with some leaping strikes. Tyrande not able to get back into the Hall of Storms. And before Belith can even get... Actually, Belith gets one auto attack, ending this game, ending this series. GG, well played. Washed Up moves through our upper bracket. GG. Washed Up will continue their run through the upper bracket, and that means that the Vinland Raiders drop down to the lower bracket. So we have got the winners final happening at some point. Most things are TBD on this website, so I'm assuming the admins will update all that as the weekend progresses. But man, oh man, do we get some good games. Alrighty, there's your stats as well.